Welcome to the STR Home Financing Podcast. This is Jeff Chisum. This is episode number 59, and I am super excited to have a old dear friend on as a guest today. Dr. Rachel Gainsbrugh. She has been a pillar in this community. She's been a force, and she has an amazing story just with her upbringing, her training, just all the things that she's accomplished. And we get to hear a little bit about that today. So welcome, Dr. Rachel.
Oh my gosh, Chef, thank you so much for having me. I am so grateful that you're putting in the work and sharing all of this amazing content with the community. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You fit right in line with the people that I align with, which number one, good person that is an expert when it comes to short-term rentals and just really enjoy being around people that are achieving levels of significance. So we both align. So love that. So we're going to jump into it. We're keeping with our format of a micro podcast where we try to keep it under 10 minutes or less. If we go over with Dr. Rachel, I am not going to be offended, and I think you're going to benefit and enjoy that as well. So we'll start off with 3 questions. Who you are, what makes you a human, anything that you want to share there, family, where you live, where you do life, who you're doing life with, maybe a little bit about your story, your background, what you've done, what's your background related to short-term rentals, and what you're doing, what you bring to the STR community. So it is all yours, Dr. Rachel.
Awesome. Jeff, I like to say that I'm just a girl who traded her pharmacy coat for a real estate portfolio. I am a proud mom of 2 boys who are currently living in the Atlanta, Georgia market. And one of my biggest passions is really helping busy, burnt out medical professionals, specifically women, find financial freedom and balance through real estate investing. So, fun fact, English is actually my 3rd language. And so I speak 2 other languages because I am an immigrant, but I think it makes the journey even more special about me. And so I'm very relatable to my community. And that is my biggest passion, is just to help these women who are out here fighting for their lives on these W-2 streets find another path, find another way. And yes, I'm surrounded by boys in my family. So I've got sons and husbands. So I fully support our male counterparts as well, but just sharing with you a little bit about my passions and a little bit about me.
And I will say I've connected with a lot of your members, the people that you've coached, was able to join you in Park City, Utah
That's
last
great. Yeah.
year. That was an amazing story. And I met some of the neatest people with some of the greatest stories, overcomers, overachievers, very intelligent, bright people. And it was an honor. It's been an honor to connect with the people that you've been in touch with me. So certainly appreciate that. So we'll jump into the meat of the interview,
Yeah.
Dr. Rachel. We were talking earlier. You've been doing this for a minute. You've
Yeah.
had a lot of successes, and I want to back up a little bit because I would love for you to share with some of the things that you've been able to achieve,
Yeah.
some of the things that you've done with the television show, because that is very interesting and not everyone gets to be on a television show. So yeah,
Yeah.
share a little bit about that and then we'll jump into the meat of the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for teeing that up. It was quite an interesting experience. I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be on TV. My parents taught me, you can't sing, you can't dance, let's do math. So that was my path. But lo and behold, right? So a few years back, we had launched our very first short-term rental, and that was going really well. And I thought to myself, why don't we purchase a second short-term rental in the same market? So we purchased the second short-term rental a little bit bigger than the first. And as I was setting up this property, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to need a different cleaning team. I'm going to train them up. So let's set the 30-day stay as the minimum just to test this out as we're onboarding this new cleaning team. Once I set the 30-day minimum, I turned on one of the pricing tools or something that's in our technology stack. So as busy women, we need to find the shortcut, find the shortcut. So one of the shortcuts is having a dynamic pricing tool, set the pricing for your property and push the pricing out nightly so that you're not worried about it every single day. So I turned on this tool expecting this property to generate around $8,000 or $9,000 a month. I dare they're, I think, $10,000, right? No one I know is able to afford $10,000 a month. That was just a ridiculous thought process. But once I said it, I knew that the dynamic pricing tool would have probably overshoot a little bit or undershoot. You got to kind of train it because it uses AI to check on the availability in the market, the scarcity, the demand. As soon as I turned it on, lo and behold, it priced it incorrectly at $28,000 per month for a 30-day
Oh,
stay. $28,000. So for those sitting back, $28,000 for a 30-day stay. I busted out laughing because this is a home. The mortgage was $2,500 a month. There's no way. So as I'm about to turn the pricing off to retrain it and recalibrate it, Jeff, it got booked. It got
that's
booked. And
awesome.
it was like mind blowing. This is in some suburb in Georgia, right? Not a real vacation rental market. It got booked and it continued to get booked for around 15,000 to 21,000. And from there, one of the data companies, AirDNA, and oh, I forget the name, like one of those scouting companies, AirDNA and Mystic Art, it was like a one of those scouts. They reached out and say, "Hey, do you want? We see the numbers. Do you want to be on a show?" And that's how that happened, just from the data that they had seen of the revenue that we're collecting from this property in an area which is not even an area that you would think could generate that amount. Yeah, that's how they reached out. And so fast forward, we ended up on this Netflix TV show that's streaming now. It's called Buy My House. We're like one piece of an episode, like episode 4. They came to our home, our luxury midterm rental, to film, and then they flew us out to Albuquerque, New Mexico to complete the filming of that show. So needless to say, it has been a really interesting journey. I just remember the category. It's a casting company. And since then, we've been on multiple casting calls for other shows. And so there's a lot of interesting things going on out there right now in the world of, what do you call those shows that it's just regular people and they're looking into your life type of thing?
Reality shows.
Reality, yes. So it's like
Yeah,
a
yeah. And
reality show, but without the drama, though, without the drama.
it's your reality. That's so awesome just to have a story of why not me? Why not me on a TV show? That's awesome.
Very much,
Okay,
very much.
so we'll jump into the meat of the interview. And the question is, the one that I threw out to you was if you could just share 3 solutions that short-term gym solves for people wanting to become successful STR owners, because I think successful is a vague term, it's a relative term, but you join your group, it's not just to become an owner. You want people to be successful. So what are 3 solutions that short-term gyms solves for people that want to be successful?
Ooh, so good. So before diving into solutions, I had to get really intimate with the problems that I was facing as a medical professional, super busy mom with 2 boys, a whole husband, 3 dogs, right? So one of the
Hmm.
biggest problems that our community face is just exploring how to create some income on the side, right? And so
Hmm.
initially we were taught work overtime, work extra. You're working all of those extra hours, but you're not seeing a lot of it come home because you're not taking advantage of what else is out there. So the problem number one is the time, right? Not enough time. So with short-term gyms inside of our community, we provide streamlined systems, streamlined tools, vetted vendors, you being one of our preferred vetted vendors to work with in terms of helping us to get that financing down, streamlined strategies that are in alignment. And it really allows our clients to learn how to manage their short term rental and midterm rental with minimal time investment. I'm talking anywhere around 3 to 4 hours a week to manage those properties without sacrificing family time or sacrificing their well being. So that's solution number one is the time. You get your time freedom. Solution number two, I would say advanced tax strategies. So many of our higher income earners, they're faced with, again, they're working all these hours, they're picking up moonlight shifts, and they're making all of this money. But Uncle Sam is legitimately picking their pockets. And so with short term rentals,
Hmm.
we're able to tap into these tax strategies that many of our members are unaware of. And so we're using short term rental potential tax loopholes. We're bringing in specialty vendors. Remember in Park City, we had Amanda Hahn and her husband, Mac McFarlane. I call them the tax strategists for the stars. They were there to help our members to understand how their yearly income can be enhanced. Sometimes in order to make more money, all you have to do is try to figure out how to keep the money you've already made. You've made a lot of money. Let's try to keep some of that money. And that is through increasing your take home income from the W-2. And the short term rental allows you to do that with the tax strategies. And the
Love
third,
the tax strategies.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so the third problem that many of our community members are facing is that they're really intimidated. There's a lot of fear around investing in real estate. You turn on the news, there's fear of losing money, fear of bankruptcy, fear of risk. We're in a very litigious profession, right? Everyone wants to sue us for something. And so,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of skepticism out there, right? That this real estate thing can work for me. But in the beginning of our connection here, you're like, why not me? Why can't I be on a TV show? Why can't you use the tax strategists and the strategies that the 1% are using to get wealthy? And so inside of short-term gyms, what we offer is a step-by-step proven system tailored for beginners, hands-on coaching, lot of community support. I'm so proud of the community that we have put together. And I'm a spreadsheet girl. And so we have calculators that allow you to see on paper the go and no go numbers. Okay, we're going to go in this direction or we're going to not go in this direction because of those numbers. The numbers don't lie. And as a collective, we have seen the good, the bad, the ugly in real estate investing. So we openly talk about the common pitfalls, and it really helps our community stay informed on what it looks like with investing in short and midterm rentals. And I think those are the three top solutions that we offer.
And you talk about systems. I've built
Mm.
systems, and it can be a process of trial and error and
Mhm.
obstacles.
Yeah.
And so just the value in that is it's almost priceless
Yeah.
because you are talking about your mental health, you're talking about dollars, you're talking about time. So to solve those, to eliminate those obstacles, to give you peace of mind and moving forward, really you're putting people in a position to take action confidently and having that support where you eliminate that idea of what if I fail because of the resources that you provide. And as far as your community goes, like I said earlier, just amazing people that they've asked that question and they answered it. Why not me? And you've really been able to empower a lot of people to move forward. So I know you're changing lives. You're changing people's legacy and people's financial legacy. Just kudos to you. Dr. Rachel, if people want to connect with you, what are 3 ways that people can do that?
The best way is to grab a free resource that I've got for you. It's called 75 Gems. That's the number 7, the number 5, GEMS.com. And that's a list that we publish every year. It's our top 75 cities with the highest profitability for short and midterm rentals. So grab that resource. Once you've grabbed it, it will open you up to our world. Our brand is at short.term.gems on Instagram. I'm Dr. Rachel Gainsbrugh on LinkedIn as well. So I think the 75 Gems, once you grab that, you'll get an opportunity to connect with us in all the places.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that I get that link and we include it in the show notes to make it easy for people along with your Instagram and LinkedIn. But I really appreciate you joining me today on this episode. Enjoy everything or appreciate everything that you do for the community. And just thank you for your time today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Jeff.
Absolutely. Until next time.